Hi to all of my fans on QQ Music. Thank you for supporting me and listening to my music, and I can't wait to come back to China so we can play a show and we can hang and we can party.
Overloading when I'm looking in the mirror.
If I was using 3 words to describe this album, I would describe it as sexy, powerful, and dangerous. For me, I think I'd become quite related to this specific type of sound that I suppose people call hyperpop. And I didn't want to do something that people would expect of me. So I kind of decided to switch up my sound a little bit and explore this more retro kind of theme, which is actually what I did on my first ever album, True Romance. I was very inspired by the 80s then and kind of went back to that for this record. And in particular, I was listening to a lot of Janet Jackson, specifically her album Control. Yeah, I think for me, it's like, even when I was making hyper pop, I hate that word, but you know, when I was making those kind of sounds, like I was still very much inspired by pop music. You know, the melodies were very pop. It was always pop top lines. And so it's kind of the same. It's just, I think, exploring a different sort of reference point, I suppose. Yes. I've spent a long time practicing and rehearsing, and I'm definitely not the best dancer, but I will say I really, really love it. And I really feel like I am exploring this idea of expressing myself through movement and being very physical. And I think that works for this album because to me, the songs themselves are often talking about quite physical things and they feel like they deserve a lot of movement. So I've really enjoyed it, but yeah, it's been really hard and scary, especially to do choreo on TV where I'm like, I'm gonna fall on my face, I don't know. But it's been fun and I love it, and I can't wait to do choreo on tour. It's gonna be really challenging but very fun. What you want? All of the music that I make is very empowered, but you know, I think my albums are always showing not only like the strong, empowered side of my experience as a woman, but also my more vulnerable and volatile side, which I do think is very important to the idea of girl power. Like, women are strong and bold and exciting, but women can also, you know, feel vulnerable and shy and, you know, timid, and like those things are equally as important a part of being a woman or a human, you know. For me, this album really explores the idea of power, and in particular the idea of like power within sex and sexuality and being in control. And so I do think that that is like an important theme across the album, being powerful and in control. I think at the gym, I'd probably pick Rita Ora because she works out a lot and she's in like great shape, and I always see on her Instagram she's in some like crazy gym, so she'd probably like push me and, you know, be a really good motivator. So I'll say her for that. I think Caroline Polachek, because she's become like a very close friend of mine. We actually live really close to each other, and she's a really, really good confidant. Like, I can trust her with anything, and she has great advice, so I'd pick her. Party, I think it would have to be Tove Lo, because she definitely knows how to throw a party, and we've had many a good rave together, so yeah. I think people just connect with that song because, you know, it includes an interpolation of September's Cry for You. And I think as well, like Rena and I, we've wanted to work together for a really long time and we've known each other for a really long time. And I think that there is just sort of a vibe that happens when artists like genuinely like each other and get on. And we're very similar in many ways. And I think we both just really connect with each other, but like also on that song. And so I think maybe that's why people like it. I don't know. And also it's cool that we got to do choreo together. That was really fun. And I think people really like that. So maybe that's why. I actually remember having a few really like fun nights out in Shanghai. I got taken to this club, I think it was called Dada. It was a night. I just thought that it was so interesting, like the music that was being played, it kind of like felt like witch house or something. And I remember seeing this girl who had a tattoo of a Nokia phone on her cheek, and I was like, wow, that is like the coolest style ever. So I think just being introduced to like nightlife culture in Shanghai specifically was really, really interesting. Hopefully I'll get to come back more and do like a real show soon. Hi fans from QQ Music, I'm Charli XCX. You want to know more about my music? Stay tuned to乐见大牌. See you. Mwah.